Right, so introducing the ALLHONE Patented sharpening apparatus. So this is a culmination of a product I've been working on for a couple of years now. So it's been patented in New Zealand, as well as it's accepted in the US, Canada, as well as Australia. So it comprises of a sport block. So it's got a flared end, 2 slots, inch wide, marine grade alloy, and that is got either resilient or non-resilient material attached to opposing sides of the block. So it's compact and only weighs around 55 grams all up, and so it's nice and light, it's compact and fits in a pocket nicely. So that's exactly what the objective of the project was, and the costs also very little to keep going. When abrasive surface wears out, you simply replace it, and usually with a tape of sandpaper. You can make them at home. I'll just show you an example. So usually a sheet is about 9 inches wide and long enough for 2 parts, so you end up with about 18 parts of the abrasive tapes out of one sheet. So that comes down to around about 10 cents a sheet, or 10 cents a tape, and as you've seen, it's fairly easy to produce yourself just with an ordinary knife. You get down at the Mitre 10 or whatever, Bunnings, whatever you like, and then just cut it in half. Now to attach it, it's a matter of passing one end through one of the 2 slots, so, and then you fold it over, and then pass it back through there, and then just grab a bit of the tail and fold that over there like that, just gripping it like that, and just give it a tug so it's tight, and that'll hold, and it's nice and square, nice and tight there. Now you could attach another tape on the other side, but in this case I'm going to just pass this, which is zirconium oxide sanding belt, on top of attached to a tape, and just sort of square that up a bit, and then fold it over so it matches onto the other side there. These a little bit longer. Like that, so it sort of matches up, and then it's just a matter of folding one end over like that, and then the other over there, so it captures it and holds it down, and then you can manipulate it with your fingers just by pinching it over there like that on the flared end and pulling it over like that. You can do it without the string attached, but it's just a bit easier to use that accessory. And once that's over there like that, you just pull that like that, pull that like that, and you're home and hose, ready to go. And you can adjust it as you want to later, if you need to tighten it a bit more. Now, talking about the tapes, so the zirconium oxide, you can also get ceramic as well on the sanding belts. These are very abrasive and cut through metal very well, better than an ordinary file, especially when brand new. I'll just show you this one. This one's been used for a week on about 20 kilometres of track maintenance recently we did with the machetes. So you've got some dull machete blade here, and we will just do a little part of it there. And that's from you know, a worn one. It's been used for a week, so it can compete with the file. In terms of that, the new one of course is going to be like a lot better. And of course do the opposing side. But the old one's still viable, and you can use it backwards and forwards if you really want to give it a hooking up. But I always find when you're using the new sheet, don't pull back on it, because you've basically got all those outstanding or high points of the grit, because it's very rough. The surface is very uneven on sandpaper. When you're pulling it in, you're pulling the grit into the blade, so it's better when you're starting out just to go in one direction. It's the same with the knife. So in terms of producing the convex edge, so you've got the resilient material here. This is very coarse at the moment. You can see how it's roughed up that polished edge compared to before. I may not be able to pick it up in the camera, but that area there's, you can really see the cuts left from the silicon carbide there. Now the thing with silicon carbide is that it's as it breaks down, it still leaves these sharp points on it, so you can continue using it. It ends up being like a finer grit. This one here is like 3000, and as you wear down silicon carbide, the points of it just wear down, and it becomes similar like a finer tape. So you can just wash it and continue using it, and so you've got some better economy there as well. This one here is silicon oxide, so unlike the carbide, it doesn't wear down to a point, and basically after it's stopped cutting, you have to replace it. So there's a difference here. That's why the silicon carbide, I feel, has the best advantage, because you can start out with a coarse sheet and then continue using it and get better economy. So that basically pretty much covers it. So it's a good, economical and light, compact tool. Suits both straight edge and convex edge users. It can be used as a file as well. But, it's a lot more compact, so it's very versatile. And as said, it costs very little to keep going. For somebody who's just using it in the bush seldomly, it's not a big thing to take along. It's only 55 grams. There's not many sharpeners that can compete at that weight, and you've got both sides that are operating. When one wears down, you simply replace the other, and the durability of the the oxide I really like it. It's I mean, for a file, it's this will keep going for another 20 kilometers of track, I reckon. And that's sharp, real sharp. Oh well, thank you for watching.